Hello everyone, welcome to Tesla Daily News. Today is July 7th, Monday, and the following is the latest Tesla news. According to market data, Tesla stock finished the last session at about $419.77, up sharply from the previous close near $393.45. The day's trading ranged from roughly $390.50 up to an intraday high around $420 on very heavy volume of more than 54 million shares. This strong move followed a gap up from the open near $397.50. From a short-term technical perspective, Tesla broke out, but faces resistance near $420. The failed intraday push above that psychological level, combined with the long upper wick on the daily candle, suggests some profit-taking pressure and potential consolidation after the recent surge. However, closing very near the high with such elevated volume often indicates strong institutional participation, which can support the price on any near-term pullbacks. Traders will be watching whether Tesla can hold above the prior resistance area around $400, which now becomes an important support zone for the current uptrend. According to the Motley Fool, a major topic now shaping Tesla's valuation is the rising probability of a merger between Tesla and SpaceX. Wedbush analyst Dan Ives is putting the likelihood of such a deal above 80% over the coming year, arguing that combining the two companies could create a far broader platform spanning artificial intelligence, energy, mobility, robotics, and satellite connectivity. Tesla already invested $2 billion in SpaceX early this year, receiving nearly 19 million SpaceX shares, and SpaceX has since completed an initial public offering, which makes a stock-based merger more straightforward to structure and value. The report highlights that SpaceX is growing rapidly, with revenue in 2025 at about $18.7 billion, driven largely by the Starlink connectivity business, which generated over $11 billion in sales and now serves more than 10 million users. If a merger happens, Tesla would gain a recurring, subscription-based satellite connectivity business and deeper integration between its vehicles, Robotaxis, Optimus robots, and global communications infrastructure. In parallel, Tesla is ramping capital spending to more than $25 billion in 2026, focusing on AI, custom chips, robotics, and manufacturing scale. Combining with SpaceX could help turn Tesla into a comprehensive AI and infrastructure platform rather than just an automaker. At the same time, the article underscores serious risks for existing Tesla shareholders. SpaceX is currently valued at a very rich multiple, reportedly trading around 77 times trailing sales and posting a multi-billion-dollar net loss in 2025, including steep losses and huge capital outlays in its AI and infrastructure units. Folding these into Tesla could significantly increase Tesla's consolidated losses and capital intensity. Governance is another concern, as Elon Musk controls a dominant voting stake at SpaceX and a substantial stake at Tesla, which could ease the path to a deal but raises questions about whether any transaction would be priced fairly for Tesla shareholders. For investors, the key open questions are valuation, deal terms, board process, and whether promised synergies can realistically translate into cash flow rather than simply combining two high-risk, capital-hungry stories. According to Finanzen.net, SpaceX's own newly listed stock introduces another layer of uncertainty that indirectly matters to Tesla investors, especially in the context of any future merger. SpaceX went public on Nasdaq under the ticker SPCX with an offering price of $135, implying a market capitalization around $1.75 trillion, making it one of the largest IPOs in history. After an early surge above $225, the stock has since pulled back into the $160 area, leaving some IPO buyers with gains but those who bought near the highs with notable losses. The article explains that SpaceX's lockup schedule is unusually complex, with multiple staged unlocks between August and December this year tied both to time and to share price performance. That means a series of potential selling waves from early investors could create volatility in the SpaceX share price during the second half of the year. Elon Musk's own sizable stake is locked up for more than a year and cannot be sold until mid-2027, and more than 60% of pre-IPO shares remain restricted until then as well. In addition, the S-1 filing explicitly notes that SpaceX could issue a significant amount of stock for future transactions, a line that some observers interpret as a pointed hint toward large equity-financed deals, potentially including a Tesla combination. Commentators such as Gary Black have argued that a Tesla-SpaceX merger at current valuations could be highly dilutive for Tesla shareholders, possibly on the order of one-third or more, because Tesla would need to issue many new shares to acquire a richly valued, loss-making partner. Analysts remain deeply divided on SpaceX's valuation, with target prices ranging from very bullish to outright sell ratings, reflecting how sensitive the story is to growth and execution assumptions. According to IB Times Australia, Tesla showcased a different but equally strategic side of its future at the National Federation of the Blind convention in Austin, where it demonstrated the Cybercab Robotaxi's accessibility features for blind and visually impaired riders. Elon Musk amplified the event by reposting images and emphasizing that Tesla is making sure Cybercab meets the needs of blind users. The Cybercab is Tesla's purpose-built two-seat robotaxi platform, lacking steering wheel and pedals and designed for full self-driving, unsupervised operation, with large-scale production planned to ramp up around 2026. During the convention, blind attendees were able to interact directly with a gold-colored Cybercab, explore its interior, and test accessibility functions. Photos and descriptions from the event showed braille labeling on physical controls, an interior layout that reserves space for service animals and assistive devices, and seat heights designed to align with common wheelchair transfer needs. The interface appears to integrate tactile markers, intuitive overhead controls, and likely voice guidance and haptic feedback, although full technical specifications have not yet been published. By gathering direct feedback from the blind community at one of their largest annual gatherings, Tesla is positioning Cybercab not merely as a tech demo but as a transportation tool aimed at people who cannot drive at all today. The broader implication for Tesla's strategy is that autonomy and robotaxis are being framed as a way to unlock mobility for millions who rely on paratransit or ride-hailing services. If Tesla succeeds technically and gains regulatory approval for widespread unsupervised operation, an accessible Cybercab fleet could become a powerful demand driver and a differentiator versus competitors. The company has already signaled its intent to keep unit costs relatively low for mass deployment, potentially below $30,000 per vehicle, although final economics will depend on both manufacturing scale and software performance. For investors and enthusiasts, the focus on inclusive design underscores Tesla's confidence in its full self-driving roadmap, while reminding markets that the eventual addressable market for robotaxis stretches far beyond current drivers. According to SIOL.net, Tesla's Model 3 continues to post remarkable sales momentum in Europe, with Slovenia delivering a notable example. Official vehicle registration data show that Tesla registered 485 Model 3 sedans in Slovenia during June alone, setting a new national monthly record for any single electric vehicle. That made the Model 3 the most registered car of any kind in the country that month, not just among electric models. So far this year, 860 Model 3 units have been registered in Slovenia, placing the car in fourth position among all models in the market for the first half of the year, and helping Tesla break into the top 10 brands overall in that country. The article notes that total Tesla registrations in Slovenia reached 1,265 units in the first 6 months, and that the surge in Tesla deliveries is lifting the entire electric segment's share of the Slovenian car market. In June, battery electric vehicles accounted for about a quarter of new registrations, while the year-to-date share stands in the high teens. Other electric models, such as Tesla's Model Y and Renault's Twingo, also achieved significant monthly numbers, but the Model 3 clearly led demand. Local analysis attributes the strong interest to the updated Model 3's value proposition, competitive pricing, strong performance, efficient energy consumption, and solid real-world range, which together make it appealing even against traditional internal combustion competitors. For Tesla investors, this illustrates how the company's refreshed products can still unlock new demand waves in relatively small but growing European markets, supporting both volume growth and brand visibility without relying solely on large markets like Germany, the United States, or China. According to Portfolio in Hungary, Elon Musk has clarified why production of Tesla's Optimus V3 humanoid robot is starting more slowly than some enthusiasts expected. Responding to speculation online that Tesla might have delayed the Optimus V3 unveiling simply to stay ahead of competitors, Musk explained that the real reason is the complexity of building an entirely new manufacturing system for a robot composed of roughly 10,000 unique parts. Unlike Tesla's established automotive lines, Optimus requires different assembly processes, supply chains, and quality controls, which naturally leads to a gradual start that follows an S-curve, modest early output, then accelerating ramp once processes are refined. Musk reiterated that the initial production phase is primarily about fine-tuning assembly and ironing out bottlenecks rather than achieving high-volume output from day one. Tesla has already reconfigured portions of its Fremont factory, including lines previously used for Model S and Model X assembly, to host the initial Optimus V3 pilot production. Trial manufacturing is expected to begin this summer in Fremont, while a second, much larger Optimus-focused facility is under construction at Giga, Texas. Large-scale, high-volume production is not projected until around mid-2027, and over the long term Tesla's ambition is to reach annual capacity of up to 10 million humanoid robots. Internally, Tesla describes Optimus as potentially the most important product the company has ever created, with a prospective long-run market value that could exceed its electric vehicle business. For investors, Musk's comments are a reminder that even as market narratives move rapidly, the physical reality of building advanced humanoids is demanding and will unfold over years. The capital requirements, learning curve, and execution risks are substantial, but if Tesla can leverage its manufacturing expertise and AI software stack, Optimus could become a transformative new revenue stream in industrial automation, logistics, and eventually consumer applications. According to The Guardian, developments in robotic hands and dexterous manipulation, particularly in China, are highly relevant to Tesla's broader robotics ambitions, including Optimus and manufacturing automation. The article explains that human-like hands remain one of the hardest problems in robotics, requiring extremely compact yet powerful hardware combined with sophisticated software for control, touch, and pressure sensing. Chinese companies such as Linkerbot and Wuji Technology are emerging as leaders in mass-producing robotic hands at scale, aided by China's advanced manufacturing ecosystem, battery expertise, and dense supply chains originally built for electric vehicles. These firms are shipping thousands of robotic hands per month and are pushing prices down aggressively, with ambitions to offer advanced prosthetic hands for around $1,000 per unit. They are also investing heavily in data collection techniques to train manipulation AI, using teleoperation and wearable sensor gloves to capture how humans move and what forces they apply when interacting with objects. Wuji's sensor-rich glove, for example, captures not only motion but also touch and pressure data, which are crucial for tasks like cracking an egg without breaking it or handling fragile items, capabilities that current robots largely lack. While Tesla is developing its own hand designs and control systems for Optimus, the progress in China underlines both the competitive landscape and the pace at which dexterous manipulation technology is advancing globally. For Tesla enthusiasts, this context matters because the usefulness of humanoid robots in real-world environments hinges not just on walking but on reliable and flexible manipulation. Elon Musk has already acknowledged that hands represent a major portion of the engineering difficulty in humanoid design. If Tesla can keep up with or surpass the best-in-class dexterous hand technology while leveraging its AI expertise, Optimus could gain a crucial edge. Conversely, rapid innovation from specialized hand manufacturers may present both partnership opportunities and competitive pressure in the coming years. According to Latestly, a tragic incident in Florida has also drawn attention in the Tesla ecosystem due to the role of Tesla vehicle cameras in documenting a serious crime. A 21-year-old transgender TikTok influencer and hairstylist known online as Girlalala was shot inside a car in Lauderdale Lakes, and later died from her injuries. Investigators identified and arrested her long-term boyfriend, charging him with murder. A key element in the investigation was video evidence captured not by fixed security systems but by a nearby Tesla vehicle. The report notes that footage from a passing Tesla, likely via its external camera system, recorded crucial moments immediately after the gunfire. The video reportedly shows the driver exiting from the driver's side, interacting with the passenger side door, and forcibly pulling the victim back into the vehicle by her hair, while pacing with a phone in hand. This external recording provided authorities with independent visual evidence supporting witness accounts and helped build the case against the suspect. For Tesla followers, the episode is a stark reminder of how Tesla's multi-camera architecture, originally intended for safety, autopilot, and sentry mode, increasingly plays a role in real-world law enforcement and public safety cases. It raises ongoing discussion around privacy, data handling, and the social implications of pervasive vehicle-based video capture, even as it underscores the technology's potential value in documenting critical events. According to Cash.ch, Tesla's recent trading action within the broader Nasdaq 100 also attracted technical attention. The index saw a noticeable pullback of about 1.5% into the long holiday weekend, and Tesla's own attempted breakout was described as having failed in the very short term. The commentary points out that after a strong advance, Tesla briefly pushed above a resistance zone but then retreated, suggesting that some traders took profits and that the stock may consolidate before attempting another sustained move higher. Within this context, the strong daily range and high volume in Tesla shares fit the picture of a market testing new levels, hitting overhead supply, and then digesting gains. From a chart-based standpoint, such failed breakouts are common in volatile growth stocks and do not necessarily signal a trend reversal, but they can set the stage for sideways or choppy trading as buyers and sellers seek equilibrium. Investors and enthusiasts tracking Tesla's share price may therefore see periods of back-and-forth movement even as the company continues to advance its strategic initiatives in robotaxis, humanoid robotics, AI infrastructure, and global market expansion. Thank you for listening to Tesla Daily News. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and stay tuned for our next update.